client profile sheet is I know how many children or what state somebody's husband's in or wife's in on that sheet. So it's a little bit about that, and it's a lot about program. But if you get caught in a lot about that, then you're not able to be duplicated. So it's really important that what we do as health coaches, people can say, wow, I can do that. Because that's how we're going to help more people. Okay, so file folder 1, I love this. So you know, if you are a new health coach or you're working with a new health coach, it's all right here. It's all we need to do. This is our directions. And sometimes, you know, we all know this, but we get stumbled and like, oh shoot, or even a little bit intimidated. It's all right there. So to keep your clients going, you're in file folder 1. You want to get them into fat burn, where that state where they feel good, and that's why we need to be sure we're talking to them as you're going into, because it's just a few mix-ups can get them off to a not as good of a start as we'd like to have them have. So read your file folder system if you're new, and we use the file folder system for everything we do. So file folder 1 is, all right, and file folder 2 as we move them through the system. That way we know. So we have, thank you, doctor, we know where they are in the program. You know, if you keep everybody crammed in the file folder 1, you're mixing all your older clients with your newer clients and stuff. So you want to move them through the system. So this.
Then there's appropriate reminders of when to start asking
about the habits of health.
About the habits of health. Where are they? And also, if people are noticing the weight loss, it's a good time to use the concept of reading referrals.
Yeah, and that's something that we, you know, reading that, it really helps you think, oh yeah, I really do want to have them not go to Medifast Direct. So, okay. And so this is the same thing. We're talking about, you know, the clients, when they go on the journey themselves, everybody's going to go at a different pace, but you want to make sure that your contact remains the same. You want to make sure that we have stuff to offer. I mean, sometimes if somebody goes, oh, there's no way I'm going to do the habits of health, and then they call you and say, oh, I'm at a plateau, and I'm having this problem. It's like, okay, you ready now? Let's do it right. You know, it's a great offering that we have that people can do, plug into the system. But we also want to make sure that they know we're not the only thing that's available to them. That bio network that my husband started with is everything that's available to them, because we're not going to be able to be their everything. And some of you in the room that are health coaches, you have clients who love to blog, who live in Minnesota, don't want to go out in the snow, they want to blog with other people. Some people want to call nutrition support, plug into the doctor's calls. You know, they're going to do their habits of health religiously and follow the entire system. But if they don't know we have a system, they're just thinking it's you and me, baby, and I'm going to do it all for you. We don't want to do that. That's not what we're here to do, and we're not designed to do that. We're not trained to do that, and that's cheating them out of everything that we have to offer for them.
And the great thing about file folder 3 is, you know, when you do have that client a little bit later in the process that runs into a plateau, there's a nice checklist you can run through to try to figure out what you can mix up and get them back on track. And so, like Denise said, we are guides, not experts. Use nutrition support and the whole bio network, connecting to the calls. And if you're a new coach, I think one of the great things to do is just listen to a month of the nurse calls, the doctor calls, habits of health calls, because you'll hear on those calls all of the issues and problems that come up, and you'll get a lot of experience that way, and I think that'll give you a lot more confidence as you move on. You can access those through www.teamglobalwebinars.com. Left-hand side is where you can access the recordings of all of the doctor's calls and nurses' calls and habits of health calls.
They're on iTunes too.
They're on iTunes.
They're on iTunes. Just search TSM now.
I'm going to be younger.
What's iTunes?
No, I have it. It's just it's not super quick for me. Okay. Okay, that's our final slide.
So the final thing is, if you're doing all this, you're creating fully integrated clients, because they made the decision that Optimum Health is priority. They're using the 5-in-1. They're implementing the habits of health. They're talking to you, either health coach and the bio network, and they're on the B-Slint. Fully integrated clients.
So, you know, this is, one of the most amazing things about Take Shape for Life is you get to be so happy because you're helping people. I mean, we've had some unbelievable, like Una was saying, just people are alive because of Take Shape for Life. But sometimes we can't reach everybody. So the other amazing thing is that we have a business beyond anything that I know we ever dreamed about, and I love hearing from other coaches the same thing. And New Globals, I don't know where they are. But just, it's completely changes your life. So I'm not telling you to, you can have a $1 million Take Safer Life business with a certification and a health coach kit. So I'm not telling you to spend money. But if you choose to spend money, so I'm just trying to, make sure that I'm prefacing it. If you choose, I would say one of the really cool things is you can actually get, 20 of these books for $200.
25 for $250.
25 is it 25 for 2? Thank you so much. Because we've done it a few times. What an amazing investment. Because sometimes people aren't ready to hear what we have to say. And Dr. Anderson said it for us. So Greg and I have invested in purchasing several times large amounts of Discovery or Optimal Health for people we love in our community. And people that we love that we may not necessarily be able to say, shoot, but you may not be around here in 10 years if you don't read this book. And in the center in there, he goes really well into the Medifast meal replacements and the coaching system. So if you are at a level in your business where it's not going to affect you to invest in that, I would say that is a beautiful, wonderful, very large return investment. So, okay, any questions?